Let's start off with the Buffalo Sabres versus the Boston Bruins. Buffalo hasn't made the playoffs in forever. But this series, it feels like I haven't seen this in centuries. What do you think is the three strengths for the Buffalo Sabres to win this series?
3 reasons.
Yeah.
Tage Thompson, point per game player. Rasmus Dahlin, one of the best offensive players in the league. 14-year drought.
Yeah.
And a lot of hype behind this team, and they've had such a good season. I think they're going to carry this into the playoffs.
Yeah.
And it's going to be tough because Boston won the series in the year. I think they won 3-1.
Yeah.
So it's going to be tough for them. But
yeah, they won 2 in Ottawa before they got hyped up to win it all.
Before they turned it around.
It was like December 8th.
Before the GM firing.
Before the GM firing where it changed everything around.
No.
I personally think for the Buffalo Sabres, they got the depth. And they got to keep playing like that, where you got Josh Doan on the third line. And you also got Norris as well on the third line. You got all that flexibility to move guys up and down. And I think that's what's going to really set them apart from Boston. That's one. I think number 2, I think for goals for, too, they're like top 5 in the league. They score, I think it's like 3 point something. I don't know, 3.6, I think, from what I remember. They score a lot of goals. Let's just say that since December, they've been one of the hottest teams. And I think that hot streak is going to continue. Number 3 is their PK. I think they're top 5 in PK. Defense-wise, you got top 4 defense. You got
Owen Power
and all these guys.
Yep.
And I just think that just minute-wise, they're going to be able to shut down whatever the Boston Bruins have. So that's my strength for the Buffalo Sabres. So vice versa, let's just say for the Boston Bruins, what do you think will set them apart? What's their strengths to win this series?
So for me, for Boston, it's definitely got to be goaltending. I think Swayman, he's had a bounce back year coming from last year.
Yeah.
I think that's going to help them a lot. Goaltending can win you series by itself, right? So I think that's one of their strengths. They probably, in terms of like the best player on the ice, I think they probably have the best player too in Pasternak.
Yeah.
So there's that as well, right? And just the history, like they're always a team that can find a way to grind out series and win, even when they're not the better team, right?
Yeah.
We've seen it against Toronto numerous amounts of times, and so I think that's what they have to their benefit.
Yeah, no, I think you said the same points that I had. It was goaltending. I of course, it could change everything. You can't rely on high scoring, like the regular season, what Buffalo's been doing. And when it's a playoffs, it's a grind. And can you win those 2-1 games when Swayman is he's standing on his head? You have to figure out different ways of scoring. It's going to be interesting to see what happened with that. Number 2, star power, as you're saying, Pasternak. He is the best player in this entire series. You can't take that away. You got to be able to shut him down. Rasmus, Dahlin, has to find a way to shut him down, because if Pasta gets going, he could win it on his own, right? And then number 3 is experience overall.
That's what I was just going to say. Yeah.
When people count out Boston Bruins,
that's when they're most dangerous.
That's when they're the most dangerous. And I feel like in this series, there is a chance where they can use that experience against the Buffalo Sabres, especially when the series keeps continuing, maybe until 6 or game 7, So weaknesses. What do you think are the 3 things that could hold back the Buffalo Sabres? The reason why they actually lost this series.
So one thing is they have all this high going into the playoffs, and I feel like if they fall flat the first couple games, I feel like they're gonna have trouble bouncing back and actually building up that momentum and that energy to kind of even up the series or come back in the series. So I think for Buffalo, it's gonna be really important for them to start off really strong in the series and then just carry that through, because I think that high can carry them and get them the series win.
Okay, so that's yours?
Yeah.
So mine is the other way around. When I was talking about experience with Boston, I think the lack of experience for Buffalo, especially when, if you're playing at home, especially game 1, I think game 1 can be very key, because if Boston comes out and blows them out of the water, it's going to take that hype that Buffalo is walking on with, and you can just completely silence them.
Yep.
So that could turn around. So that lack of experience could hold Buffalo. They could hold them back. I think number 2 would be, what the hell did I have? Oh, number 2, I would have the power play. They're 21st in the league. You would assume that they have a good power play, but their power play hasn't been that great this year. Against a Boston team, I think you need a better power play. If you want to be able to beat them, it's the special teams. So that's number 2. And number 3 is you can't fall into the Boston Bruins style hockey. If they take you to deep waters, and, they start getting into your head, Rasmus Dahlin's in the penalty box all the time because, they're rattling them, the series could run away from them pretty quick. And, I think that's going to hold.
I think that's where that experience piece pays,
Exactly.
especially because Buffalo, they haven't played playoff hockey in 14 years,
Exactly.
right? So
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
What about the other way around? What do you think is the weaknesses for the Boston Bruins, and what do you think is the reason why they will lose the series?
I think with Boston, I think it's more so depth. I think they don't have the depth to match up against Buffalo on paper.
Mm-hmm.
But who knows, right? Like, it's playoff hockey, anything can happen. So
Yeah.
there's that side of it too. But I think the biggest thing is, like, can Boston's third and fourth line, can they keep up? Can they provide some scoring? Can they, contribute and hopefully get Boston a couple wins?
Yeah. Same thing. I like Alex Steves, Corelli, these guys on the bottom six. Are they going to be able to contribute? Because if the pasta line gets shut down, are the other lines going to get going? Because there's not a lot of points. I think they have like 8-9 points.
No, I think these are all going to be really tight games.
Yeah, and that's the problem. Boston needs that, right? Their PK is like they're ranked one of the lowest in the PK. I think like 22nd or 23rd.
So they got to stay out the
PK.
box.
So that's going to be very bad. Even though they're lucky that Buffalo doesn't have a really good power play based on statistics, but Buffalo's team could get going, especially with that. My number 3 thing is the crowd, Keystone Arena. That place is gonna be buzzing. Like, we always talk about TD, TD Bank, TD Arena, right?
In Boston, yeah.
TD
Gardens.
TD Gardens, sorry.
Yeah.
So the TD Garden, you know how crazy it is in the playoffs.
But I think
Buffalo's gonna be even more crazy.
Especially because the fans are so hungry, right?
Yeah. So I just think if the Boston Bruins like end up stealing one from there, it could just kind of run away from them very quick. Yeah. So that is a very key thing. I think those are the things. I think game 1 is very crucial in this series. If Buffalo wins the first game, they're on a head start. I think they will be able to kind of take it further and win it. But if they lose the first one, I think it's gonna be hard to kind of catch up.
Yeah, I think like at least for them is try and stay ahead. So you win the first one, whatever, that's fine. Lose the second one, but you got to make sure you win that second one away, right?
Yeah.
So I think for them it's important just try and stay ahead in the series and don't let Boston don't go down. I think that's going to be tough for Boston.
And let's just for Buffalo, what's your X factors? Why do you think, what do you think is going to be the certain things that need to line up in order for them to just win this series?
I think they've invested so much in their D. I think like they have to win these close games because I think what Boston's going to do is just try and be physical and grind out these games. I think they just have to like make sure that they're playing tight and not giving up as many as well.
Yeah. For me, is the Buffalo Sabres fans have to just be there. Yeah. Like they have to it doesn't matter if your team's down by a couple of goals. You just need to be there and just rile your team up. That's number 1. Number 2, I think this is maybe one of the most important things for me, is Josh Norris has to stay healthy. This guy's always injured. So stay healthy, keep playing your game, bring in the secondary scoring, and you're going to be able to easily win this series. I think you could like dominate them. Number 3 is Rasmus Dahlin. He is the best defenseman in this series. He needs to insert his dominance right off the bat. He throws a lot of hits. I know he's in the box all the time. He does everything. He needs to make Pasta's life miserable. If they do that, those 3 key X factors, they got this in the bag. Boston Bruins X factor.
Oh,
sorry, what were we gonna say?
Oh no, I was gonna say, but let's go with Boston first.
Yeah,
their X factor, I think it's gonna be Pasternak. Yeah. He's gotta like lift his team up because I think it's gonna be tough already for Boston. Mm-hmm. And then my other X factor would probably be Swayman. He's got to stand on his head because even if he doesn't do well, Korpisalo is their backup, right? Yeah. It's not like they have Ullmark, right, this year as well. So like I think there's gonna be a lot of pressure on Swayman to kind of play well for him.
Yeah, same things. The star power X factor. I think Pasta really needs to show up as we said. Swayman, that's one of them. I think Hamhus Lindholm he's been playing like really well as a shutdown defenseman. Mm-hmm. He needs to continue playing like that. I know McAvoy has the big name, but I think Lindholm is the guy who really needs to shut it down. Number 3, Boston needs to get they need to, as soon as they dump the puck in, they need to throw the hits in. They got to wear out Rasmus Dahlin. If they could end up doing that, they could just wear out the defense, slow down that transition game. I think that's the X factor of Boston Bruins winning this series. Who do you have this winning? So let's just say now we have stated everything. Who do you have winning this series?
I think it's going to be close, man. I think Buffalo in 6.
You got Buffalo in 6?
Yeah.
Same here, man. I got Buffalo in 6.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a lot tighter than people expect.
Yeah.
And I think just the way Boston's going to try and grind out this series, I don't think it'll go 7, but 6. I think Buffalo can get it.
Yeah, 6. I agree with that.